just, you concede. Yeah, Josh, you wrote my intro this morning. I can't even read it because, you would just be overjoyed with happiness. Rob is obsessed, for the viewers at home, with this place.
Yep.
Talk about some free advertisement. Good grief. But look at Crystal's shirt right here. It has the exclamation point. That's what it's all about here at Eureka Burger. Crystal, fill people in on what's up with the exclamation. Why? Why the exclamation point?
Well, Eureka, we found it, gourmet burgers and craft beer. Here at Eureka, we specialize in gourmet burgers and craft beer. We also are very big on our serving model. You won't find any other experience in town like here.
And Eureka, for those who are unfamiliar, because I kind of got a hint at what the name really means, but it really means you discovered something.
Yes.
All right. And so, coming to Eureka Burger, it's a chain, but a very small chain. It just started a few years ago. Okay. And
3 years ago.
About 3 years ago. And for those who are unfamiliar, you may not have been here in Bakersfield. In your tenure here, because you guys opened April of last year, what's something about Eureka that really sets yourself apart from the competition?
Our food. All our burgers here are 100% vegetarian fed, hormone free, antibiotic free. Our French fries are cut daily with their potatoes cut daily every day.
And as you talk about it, Kyle brings one out right now. What is that? Kyle's like, yeah, boy.
This is one of our Bakersfield favorites. It's our Napa burger. It's got an oven roasted tomato that's been marinated in olive oil. It's got Havarti cheese, one of my favorite cheeses, and pesto aioli.
What exactly is Havarti cheese?
It's kind of a distinctive cheese. I don't know really how to explain the flavor.
Do you know, is it kind of like provolone-ish or mozzarella-ish or Swiss-ish?
Swiss.
Yeah?
Provolone, yeah. Swiss provolone between that. It's also
I'm just naming off white cheeses. I really have no idea.
And also pesto aioli and pancetta, which is like a Italian bacon.
If someone comes in, one thing I love about restaurants, well, the ones I like anyway, when you walk in, there's a certain kind of ambiance. All right, I love the lighting. Like, what are these like mason jar-ish type lights? What are these? I mean, I just love the ambiance here. Why do you like working here so much? I just asked you like 10 questions, by the way.
Well, our chandeliers and our lights are actually Ralph Lauren. I just recently found that out.
Really?
Yeah, they are. So
Here I'm thinking Thomas Edison, circa 1910, 20. I really don't know.
Ralph Lauren.
But everyone here seems to get along really well. The ambiance is always right on top of its game. 10 out of 10. If someone comes in for the first time, what can they expect?
Great service for sure. I work here every day, and I've enjoyed it, since the day that I started. We specialize, like I said, in our gourmet burgers and craft beer. You're going to enjoy your food every time you come in.
Do you have a personal favorite gourmet burger or beer?
I do. The Catalina Bison Burger is my favorite.
Wow. Getting
Yes.
getting real fancy now. Robbie, I'm going to toss back to you and just try this. But I'll be polite. I'm not going to eat it in front of you because I know you'll just be extremely jealous. I know you're going to be upset.
He's
It's too early to
drooling.
make you
Literally,
upset.
He's already drooling there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Josh, my tail's been wagging for the last few days since I knew you were going there. Honestly. All right, so my favorite burger is the fig and marmalade burger.
That's a good one. I've had that one.
Yeah, Josh, is that vodka burger? Is that a newer burger?
Rob wants to know if this is a newer burger.
No, it's been on the menu.
Oh, has it?
Yes,
Okay.
it has been on the menu.
Yeah, you've been
totally
stuck on the
missed that.
fig, man.
I know, and I've gotten everybody hooked on.
Yeah,
Aaron
gotta
loves
branch
the fig
out a
as
little
well.
bit.
And which ones? Do you have a favorite?
The bacon and blue cheese.
The bacon blue cheese?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't need to look at the
I
menu.
printed out a
Bacon
menu
blue
just so I
cheese.
could look at it and be like, oh, Josh, I can't wait.
Yeah, and the steak salad's really good as well.
Yes. All right, Josh, thanks so much. I literally
see you
cannot
in a
wait to
few.
talk to you again in a few minutes.
We'll toss
Oh, I
this.
know.
Yeah. Please, take it away.
Hey, well, I'm going to take it away for you. I know you're super excited. This burger over here is calling my name for breakfast later on. We just talked about this a few minutes ago. But what really sets Eureka apart, Eureka, they have the exclamation point. Eureka, like it means like a major discovery. One thing that really sets them apart is their beverages. And, it's too early. I'm on the clock. I can't partake, but nonetheless, it's called a Cicerone. Is that what it's called?
Cicerone, yes,
All right,
sir.
You're an official Cicerone. This is Kyle right here. It's kind of like a beverage, a beer connoisseur, right?
Exactly, certified beer server.
Now, explain how Eureka Burger has a very unique variety of beers on tap, because a lot of these you're not going to find at many places, especially in Bakersfield, and you tell me they're all American made.
All American made with premium ingredients. They're all made by small microbreweries, so they only make so much beer per year. they're legally only allowed to make so much beer.
You know, I like this because, you know, and you also have a liquor license too, so you sell whiskey, you make old fashions and whatnot. I like this because, you know, used to when I went on a date, I'd tell her we're just going to McDonald's if she wanted a burger. But now it's like, you know, we can come to a place where it's a little more classy. You know, nothing against McDonald's, but, you know, dates, you know, they want something a little more, you know, you got to wine and dine them a little bit, you know what I mean? When it comes to beer, what's one of your most odd or just coolest, different things on tap you've seen that you've had?
I would say definitely Stone. Stone Brewing Company is out of San Diego. We have their IRS, which is their Russian Imperial Stout. This is very bold. It almost pours like a syrup. It's
Really?
The head, the foam on it's dark tan. Wow. 10.8% alcohol, I believe, on that one.
What do the ladies usually like?
They're going to probably lean towards more of a, for instance, if you like Bud Light, we have a Pilsner, which is the same style as Bud Light. But
Scrimshaw.
Scrimshaw. It's made by a microbrewery out of Fort Bragg called North Coast. Really? And then, of course, the orange wheat, because everyone's into the whole wheat and oranges these days. They put about 300 pounds of oranges in each batch of that beer. Yes.
Can you show us, and you know, take one for your own choosing, but can you show us how to properly pour? How does a man of your expertise make a correct pour? And how do you know if it's a good pour?
I'll actually show you.
Yeah, give us a demonstration here, Kyle.
This is one of our biggest sellers.
Mr. Cicerone.
This is one of our biggest sellers. This is Racer 5 IPA from Bear Republic. So you're going to start out at 45. You're going to let it go.
Now, why is it important to have a 45-degree angle?
What it does is it creates a bigger, I'll stop it right there, maybe a little some. It's going to increase the surface so the foam goes down. As you can see on this one, maybe not, there's no cling, so there's no bubbles coming off the side, meaning that I have a very clean glass, which is what you want to be drinking a good beer out of.
I definitely want a clean glass, yep.
Notice the head retention. It has a little bit, not too much. You don't want too much foam up top, but that is a big depiction.
Now, when you get a pour and say, you know, the head's like down to here, does that mean they just straight up, you know, 90-degree angle?
Give it a moment and then retop it. That's the key. Otherwise, I mean, you're now giving me a half of a beer at that point.
Right,
so.
totally. As we close out now, we only have a few more seconds. What is it about Eureka Burger? If you had to plug something about being here, because you've been here for a while as well, I understand, right?
Yes.
What's so special about this place? Because being here and talking to all you guys off camera, you love working here. So what is it about Eureka that sets yourself apart from everyone else?
I would say our product, number one. Our product's awesome. Our team's great. We probably have some of the best service in town. I love coming to work here because we have the best beer in town. And on top of that, you've seen the burgers, so that kind of speaks for itself.
That's right.
But
we're all American. We're gonna show, you know, some more food, but next in the next hour, we're also talking whiskey. They got some really cool stuff. And Kyle's kind of giving me a history lesson. I'm serious. Stick around next hour. It's gonna be fun.
Josh, you know that drink that I like there, the whiskey drink with the cherries, the old fashioned, right?
I believe it, yeah. I was going to say, I believe it's called the old fashioned.
Yeah.
And oh, yeah, good old Kyle remembers. He's like, the guy with the old fashioned comes in, right? Yeah, he always gets the old fashioned.
Don't tell too many viewers that, Josh.
Yeah, you classy
told
Kate
them all.
Cotters.
Yep, exactly. Thanks so much, Josh.
Don't drink that beer,
Thanks, guys.
Josh. It's too early. 5:44 in the morning.
Look at that whiskey menu, a great selection there.
That's right, and that's one of the main reasons you're here, because Eureka is not your average burger joint. It's very unique. They do their own thing. And Rob, first thing I got to show you. Sorry, buddy, it's all gone.
Oh, come on,
No
really?
way.
I know. Me and LJ tore that up. We tore up that burger. It is done. That was my second breakfast of the day, and it was beautiful. But now we're not. We're moving on from burgers now. One thing that sets them apart, besides from their great burgers, are their beverage selection. They actually, I don't know of very many burger places that actually do whiskey, and they do old fashions and whatnot. We just talked about their great selection of American craft beers. Now I'm here with Kyle. Again, it's called a Cicerone, right?
Cicerone, yes,
Kyle's
sir.
an official Cicerone, which is like a beer connoisseur. But now we're going to talk whiskey. Show off some of your cool whiskey that we were talking about off the air a few minutes ago, including one you said used to be distributed by Al Capone, right?
Yes, sir. So Templeton rye whiskey is out of Iowa. This is old school, before Prohibition. It's the same distillery, same recipe. Al Capone used to smuggle this during Prohibition. Now it's legal, of course, so actual...
I hope it's legal. We have it on the air. We're in trouble if it's not.
Legal. And then I have some, this one's called The Alchemist. This is by Heaven Hill. They did a 12-year-old bourbon aged in Scotch barrels, so for all you Scotch drinkers out there. We have George T. Stagg, old school distillery. This is 142 proof, so notice the darkness on that.
A little light for me.
And then we have some rye moonshine. This is moonshine from Corsair, and we actually do a drink with this one where we put jalapenos and basil and a bunch of other stuff in it.
Wow.
So.
Now, one question I had for you, because I am not a connoisseur. You know, on my off hours, I'm clocked in right now. You know, I like to knock back a beer. If I'm in the right mood, maybe a whiskey. But how do you make a whiskey cocktail? Like, what do you do? Can you make one for me and show me how it's done?
One out for you right
all right,
now.
all right.
Let's do Rob's favorite.
Boy.
What, the old fashioned?
The old fashioned, and we're gonna do this the old fashioned way.
Yep.
So I start out with a crystal stirring glass,
Muddle that cherry.
a heavy
It
amount.
has to be crystal, huh? Keeping it classy.
Wow.
Definitely keeping it
Fancy.
classy.
You stay classy, Bakersfield.
I never get a crystal glass when I'm there.
Crystal is it's gonna
Plastic
cool the
cup for you.
cocktail
Yeah.
quicker without
Yeah.
watering it down. So you're still gonna get all the beautiful characteristics of a good whiskey without all the added water. So we start out with sugar cube bitters, and then I'm gonna throw in an orange zest. Gonna break down the sugar. So now that's broken down. We're gonna add.
This really is an art.
It sure is. It's not something you cut corners on. We do this the same way. Every bartender here does it the same way. It tastes the same.
Wow.
Delicious. So we're gonna do a hefty amount.
Now hefty, was that two shots?
It's about 2.5 shots.
Wow.
This is old Overhaul rye, so old school. Most cocktails were made with rye back in the day, obviously, when they started making the
that's
old
good.
school stuff.
Josh, ask him about the cherries, not the
Some
old
ice.
cherries, but the cherries that they use.
He's all about the
Sure.
cherries.
Yeah.
He's already asking about the cherries. You're stirring it, but he's already asking about those
They're
cherries.
coming.
Rob's obsessed.
Just
What kind of cherry
maraschino
is that?
cherry?
Cherries
Yeah,
are
I
coming, don't
know
worry,
maybe
Rob.
maraschino.
I got you. So we're gonna stir this. Not too much, but just enough to break it down.
Okay.
Get it nice and cool.
And
Next,
you have that one giant block ice cube.
Yeah,
we
Sharon
have
Stone would be
the
proud.
block of ice. So, again, we want to make the
Look at
cocktail
that.
super cold without watering it down. So a giant block of ice is going to do that for us.
Yep.
Huh.
All right. Then get our orange zest.
Now, when you drink it with a gigantic ice cube in there, does the ice
Get all
cube
these
fall and hit
oils
you in
all
the
over
face?
the glass.
No, it
so
kinda
you
stays
get
contained, actually.
Hardcore orange.
It's almost like a giant iceberg, you know, just slowly melts. Usually by
Yep.
the time you finish, there's still a good amount of that ice still sitting there.
Oh yeah, you're done with the drink.
All right, and then we're going to
before
step
that
over here to the cherry.
And then the cherry is the last ingredient. So fill people in on how these cherries are special. They're not your average cherry.
They are definitely not your average cherries. These are called dirty cherries. They are. They go through a super intense process of adding lots of maraschino brandies and all this crazy stuff.
They're unbelievable. They're great.
Definitely not cheap, but tasty. And
Can you say how much they are, like per jar?
I'm not too sure exactly per jar, but I know
They're just
it breaks down
pricey.
to
We'll just say they're pricey.
5 cents a cherry.
You want to hold it up for the camera? Your beautiful new product?
Yeah, Josh, feel free to
Kyle
bring that
looks
one
great.
back to the studio with you after the show.
perfect.
Or during the show, either way.
Who are you, Ron Burgundy, drinking scotch at the
Yeah,
anchor
you
desk?
know, it's
Scotch.
It's
Down
Friday,
into my
Josh.
belly.
We do start the show
so
with
you
a
get something
segment
to go
called
for
In Your
Rob if
Eye
he
Opener.
wants.
Yeah, there's an eye opener for you. 5 a.m. Whiskey for you.
right.
Kyle said he can get you some to go if you want some, Rob.
Attaboy. Pop it in a keg cup or something.
Just get a really long
But hey,
straw.
yeah.
From the depths.
As we close out here, Kyle, this is my last segment with you in particular, Kyle. Fill people in on really what makes Eureka Burger special, besides your whiskey.
So we definitely have the best happy hour in Bakersfield. I don't even know where to start on our list of discounted appetizers, beers, discounted cocktails are discounted. On top of that, it's every day of the week, 3 to 6, 9 to close. So we have late night happy hour that sometimes goes till 12 o'clock. We serve food till we're closed. Oh, by the way, steal the glass on Wednesday. I got you a glass.
You got me a glass?
I got you a glass.
Make
What's
that-
steal?
make that
What's steal
3.
the glass?
Steal the glass. We have the glassware from a specific brewing company. We fill it up with their beer. You get to drink it and take home the glass when you're done. That's every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. It's probably the biggest thing that goes on Wednesdays in this town. It's one of our busiest nights.
Josh, ask them if they do
Eureka!
that. Ask them if they do that every Thursday at about 6:23, every Friday about 6:23 a.m.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Hey, you can come in on a Wednesday, can't you? Come on.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Eureka literally at the exclamation point. Eureka literally, kind of means like a major discovery. This is definitely one in and of itself.
All right, and when Rob moved here, he went Eureka when you discovered
Eureka!
it.
Eureka!
All right, Josh, thank you.
pretty much the best burger I've had. It's called Eureka Burger. It's in Northwest Bakersfield, and Josh Helmuth is there right now. Josh, what's up?
That's right. That's right. Eureka isn't in Eureka, California. It is right here in Bakersfield. And Eureka, they're named that because it's a major discovery. You make a discovery and you go, Eureka! You got the exclamation point on that there. We had a burger earlier. As you can see, it is now in me and my cameraman LJ's belly. It was delicious. But we're really focusing on what makes Eureka very unique, what sets them apart from everyone else. Here with Crystal. Crystal, you've been here since you guys opened about a little over a year ago. Why do you like working here so much? What's so special about it? What's your favorite thing about this place?
I think Thursday nights are my favorite. Every Thursday night we have live music. We are really big with the community and local singers, bands, anybody who's willing to come down and play from 7 to 10. That's my favorite night. I work, so it's kind of like having your own tune, like in a little movie, working every Thursday nights.
If I were to start a band, let's say we call them Flux Capacitor. I've always wanted to name a band Flux Capacitor. We play heavy metal. Would we be invited?
If you can play for 3 hours straight.
I doubt heavy metal would be too good of a hit here in a classy place like this. We got Kyle here. What is it? A Cicerone?
Cicerone.
A Cicerone. Cicerone. I always mispronounce it. A Cicerone. He's a beer connoisseur, but he also knows his whiskey. What are you making for us right now?
We're making our infamous whiskey sour.
A whiskey sour. And let me be clear, we're on the air. I'm on the clock. I'm not going to drink this on the air, but we wanted to demonstrate and showcase what you do here. This is something you're not going to find at a burger joint. When you think burgers, you don't think of whiskey sour.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's the best whiskey sour you'll ever have. We do fresh squeezed lemon. Then we do our homemade simple syrup, so we don't actually use any gun syrup of any sort. It's all fresh, local ingredients. And then we use Buffalo Trace bourbon, some bitters, and those cherries. Let's get some cherries on it.
Do you have patrons that come in here for the first time and they're just kind of in wow of your selection of craft beers and your whiskey? Like, because I don't think I've ever seen a burger place with whiskey before.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you're not gonna. It's not the traditional. It's normally shakes, and that's about it.
Right.
We do have people that don't even sometimes know that we have a full bar until they're a couple times they come in later on.
Wow, no kidding.
So a lot of times with the beer, they're just mesmerized and they don't know what to do.
And there's something really special about this. I called it a little mini keg. That's not what it is. Describe what this is right here, because this is something really cool you have going on that's unique as well.
So this is a cask, and what we do is we take our full Manhattan recipe, put all the ingredients together, some little twists here and there that we do. We put it all in the cask, and we age it for about 2 months. And then it's a barrel-aged Manhattan, so you get a lot of oak characteristics and stuff like that. Wow. And it's all done in-house. So, wow.
Do you have a favorite beverage of choice?
Probably going to be the whiskey sour.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? All right, cool. Now, Crystal, as we close out, is there anything else? Maybe do you have a favorite? I want to ask you that. Do you have a favorite food, favorite beverage? When it comes down to it, say it's your last day on planet Earth. You know, aliens are going to attack tomorrow. What would you order?
I'm not old enough to drink, but I do love to smell the whiskey sour, if anything. And I love the maraschino cherries. Awesome. Yes, and like I said, my favorite burger is the Catalina Bison, but my ultimate favorite thing in the whole restaurant is our sweet potato fries. They have honey drizzled over them with cinnamon.
All right, cool. All right, and every Wednesday night they have, what's it called really quick?
Steal the Glass.
Steal the Glass. You come in, you order a beer, and you get to keep the glass of the brewery that it's from is on the glass. Pretty cool stuff. Guys, I'm tossing it back to you. Thank you so much for having us. Crystal, Kyle, Carolyn, thank you so much. Rob, Linda, Eureka!
Josh, I love it. Thank you so much. There are locations in Redlands, Claremont, Fresno, Bakersfield, obviously, San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara, San Diego, and Hawthorne Airport, and one coming to Huntington Beach, the general manager.
And Seattle.
And Seattle,
supposedly.
Cool.
Yeah, they're expanding big time.
Good stuff.
Cool. That's right.
Thank you very much, Josh.